Right, so welcome to the second panel with the youth participants, which is going on. We had a wonderful panel earlier where we were talking about how exactly youth can be in the center of activity. Until now, the youth have been in the periphery of activities which have been going around. Especially when I say youth, I have a very sharp definition of youth. It's not until 35. The youth, what we mean is 12 to 18 years old. So, in the last session, we were discussing primarily about how exactly the youth can be in the center of discussion, how it can jointly, along with adults, along with the experts, propel our world forward. And in this session, we are specific about the inclusiveness of STEM, which is the science and technology elements part of it, along with the arts. And how do we really create an inclusive world with STEM and arts, and how do we create a resilient world is what we are talking about. And the discussion specifically focuses on cross-disciplinary innovation with STEM and arts in the picture. And we do have our panelists along with us today until we are joined by Talita. You are here. So I'm going to hand over the session to Talita, our moderator. Talita is a specialist in energy transition and sustainability. Over to you, Talita, and you've got a wonderful set of youngsters joining you today. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Sangeet, and good day, good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be with you here. I would like to thank you all for this invitation to moderate this session, which is the most needed discussion, is the discussion about who is going to lead us into the future we want to build. And over the past few days, over the past week or more, at COP30 in Belém, in Brazil, right, where I'm based, we've been talking a lot about the future of climate action. You have followed some of the things that have been discussed, but we're talking about resilience, we're talking about justice, and how we can rethink the systems that connect, for instance, food, water, and energy, the complexity of the world we live in. And one message seems to have become very clear in these few days of COP meetings, which is solutions cannot come from one discipline alone. I think everybody's very clear about that. We need science, we need technology, we need arts, we need business, we need community knowledge together. And we need young people who can connect these dots, who can see the pathways to connect these dots in ways that older systems never could, because they were designed for a different world. So today I'm really excited for us to explore in these 30 minutes that we have together how youth-led cross-disciplinary innovation can drive adaptation, mitigation, and the social transformations that we most urgently need. And with that, what I thought is it would be really interesting because we have people here from different backgrounds. So I've prepared a few questions that I would like to ask in this discussion, but I wouldn't want to point people out to responding to them. I would like to invite you to warmly volunteer to share your perspective. Should you feel that that question reflects on the work, on the ambitions that you're building and working on? And I would like to just welcome the 6 panelists that we have here with us. So it's, apologies if I'm pronouncing your names incorrectly. And I will maybe call one by one. And if you could, in 30 seconds, just quickly introduce yourself to the participants so we know who you are and where you're coming from. Starting with Marie Aveson.
Yes. Hello. So I'm Marie. I'm a 16-year-old high school student from Armenia. So my background is mostly specific in social sciences, as I really love working with people, especially youth development programs. So right now I'm in Armenia. I'm volunteering in several NGOs. having my own passion projects about youth development, especially in Armenia's rural regions. So that's most about me.
Thank you very much, Marie. Welcome. It's great to have you here. Now, please, can I invite Veronica Koenig?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm Veronica, and I am 15 years old. I'm 10th grade student, and also I'm a young innovator and author of Healthy Heart AI project. And I've been recognized at both national and international competitions, and I currently conduct research with the New York Academy of Sciences and the Junior Academy of Sciences. And also I've been recognized, and also I became the Paris Collaborative Global Fuel. Yeah.
Great, fantastic. Congratulations for all those achievements. It's great to have you here. I'd like now to invite Vargunadhan Fatmania to introduce yourself, please.
Thank you very much, ma'am. My name is Raghunandan. I'm a student from Sarda Birla Academy, India. Uh, I am 18 years old right now. I'm still in high school. For the past 4 5 years, I've constantly involved myself in helping public schools and other homeless shelters and organizations around me as much as I can. I enjoy working with them, just being around them, talking with them. It offers a fresh perspective on life for me. So that is what I hope to achieve throughout my life, to get new perspectives, help people around me. So that is what I've been doing for different projects that I've undertaken. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Great to meet you. I would like now to invite Aratrika Das to introduce yourself.
Right. I'm Arachika Das, a 10th grade student of a show called Girls High Secondary School from India. And I believe that leadership begins long before you're given a title. I hold on to a simple idea that a generation becomes powerful the day it stops waiting for someone else to change what it can change. As a writer, debater, and MUNer, I believe stories can move people, dialogue can shift mindsets, and youth voices can open doors that was once sealed. The resilience of our world needs will come from uniting STEM innovation with the imagination of arts, and I'm here to help shape a future that is inclusive, creative, and I would say boldly re-engineered by my generation. That's it. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Aratrika. Great to meet you. May I please now invite Ariane Dividi. Is Ariane here? Yes.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Sorry, I think I have some problem with my video though, so I'll just go ahead and speak something about myself. So, hi everyone, I am Aryan. I am a 10th grade student coming from Millennium National School in India. I am currently studying 5 subjects. Those include some of math, science, social science, geography, history, and I am also a part-time musician and a sports person. And I believe that because of all the experiences that I've got over the years in all of the fields and the subjects that I've been studying, I have gotten a lot of exposure to different kinds of people, people of different backgrounds, and knowledge of how leadership in people of my age can help shape the future for the better with the rising problems. And that's exactly what I'm here for, to play my part in today's discussion and maybe try and prove to be helpful in shaping a better future. Thank you so much.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for this intro, Ariane. Great to meet you too. I'd like to invite Krishnangi Garia, please, for your introduction. I actually don't see Krishnangi here, but see Gary in Schoenberg. Is it possible, Sangeet, that I had an
No, she is
update?
joined, and Gary is just a co-host, so you can just
All
submit.
right.
rest of the participants, Talita. Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. So I think we can get started. Thank you so much. It's great to get to know a little bit more about your own background. And my first question that I would like to throw so that we can make the most out of this half an hour that we have together is young people grow up moving naturally from different subjects. And I think you have already anticipated a lot of that in your introduction. So we talked about, I heard about science, I heard about technology, I heard about music, I heard about activism as well. My question to you is, how do you think this multilingual way of learning can help create new climate solutions that adults or that the current structure may be overlooking? Do you see new possibilities that your generation can bring that you consider as currently lacking in the current structure where we living and working today? I'd like to throw this opening question to you. Who would like to start with your views? Please don't be shy. Aryan, yes. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. So, I'll start with a simple statement from the part where I come in India. It's a state in Maharashtra where the education system that we have focuses on three different branches of education after class 10th, where we have an option for the science stream, where we are given exposure to subjects like science, physics, chemistry, and we have a different field of arts where the set of subjects is completely different, where there is performing arts, visual arts, literary arts. So this has been persisting for a long time in our country, and that has led to a division of the skill sets in individuals, where some people are exceptional in technology and engineering, while some people are exceptional in dance, music, sports, poetry, writing books. So our country has excelled in both of those, but at different fronts till now. So I believe that with the upcoming global challenges that are going to reach a different level of magnitude in the future, the collaboration of STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, with arts, which will give us exposure to the culture, the different communities, the social barriers people face, which can regard to their rights, their health, their environment. If they are to be collaborated, I think we would be able to better understand the problem at a global level in each of our countries and find a better solution for that apart rather than just focusing on one stream and sorry, just a second. Yeah. And rather than focusing on just one part of the subjects like science, um, engineering, and
Aryan may be having some issues with the audio, but I think we managed to get to almost the end of your answer.
sorry, yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I was just concluding my statement with my views that my main aim of this answer is that I do believe that the cross-disciplinary innovation of STEM with the collaboration of arts is absolutely essential for the youth and the upcoming generation for the solving of problems that are going to reach a very high magnitude in the very near future.
Great. Thank you so much, Aryan. Great to hear your perspectives. Let's see what Veronica has to say.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I believe that cross-disciplinary isn't just a trend of our era, but is actually the way we can create solutions. For example, how we can conduct a lot of different points from different subjects. For example, STEM, like science, gives us tools and more on this deep understanding of like how can we create something. And for example, art gives us meaning, so we can um, make it our goal. So and achieve it it's the most important thing. When we combine all of that, we can actually understand the meaning of creative problem solving. What I mean by that by combining all these different subjects, all these different disciplines, it's just essential for the humanity needs. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Veronica. Adaptika, over to you.
Right. So, the fact is that multilingual youth can communicate with diverse global communities, facilitating international collaboration on climate change issues, right? They can translate and disseminate the climate-related information, making it more accessible to the non-English speakers and ensuring like a broader outreach. We can connect with the local and the international organizations, the governments and the communities, which foster partnership for climate projects. We can act as a liaison between groups speaking different languages, which helps in joint problem solving and resource sharing. And coming to seminars, I would say STEM gives us precision and arts gives us permission. Permission to imagine a future where people actually want to live in. And when you merge STEM and arts, you make STEAM, where solutions stop being technical objects and start becoming a cultural change. I think that's when resilience becomes real. Yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Adaptika. It's a great way to put it. Raghunadan, please.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in my opinion, different changing subjects is very important because throughout time, new developments are being made constantly. So that changing our subjects throughout our study, throughout our high school, and even colleges allow us to keep in touch with what is happening across the globe. And that can help us to provide better solutions which are more realistic in this world's time. I'm studying IBDP currently, and every 7 years they entirely overhaul the entire curriculum to keep up with what is happening across the globe. So I think that is a great way of learning for students because they are keeping the foundation the same, but they are building up on new knowledge. So that is expanding the horizons for the students, what they are working on. That can help them to do better in life, know more things, provide better solutions, and help become a great help to the older generations who are in power, who are making decisions. That is my views, ma'am.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Marie, over to you.
Yes, thank you. So I agree with others, and they really said good things. But there is one point here: the basic knowledge that children and the youth should have in order to use those cross-disciplinary innovations comes from the basic school knowledge. And right now in schools, we have just different subjects which are being learned separately. So the biggest problem here is that children should be taught how to use those cross-diversity method of learning. And at the moment they start using it, at the moment we start using this kind of education and this method of education, I think we'll have better changes and we'll finally get to a better future.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. It's so much discussed in so little time, but I think these answers have all converged into something that I would like to quote Anatrika in her sentence when she says arts as a permission to imagine. And I think everybody has somehow tried to illustrate how arts can help go beyond the numbers to the world of human beings. And I think that's a huge challenge that in practice, it's quite a big challenge for us and for you definitely to solve. So in our final 10 minutes together, I'd like to bring this to a tangible sort of reality so we can, of course, think of the ideal world where we will be able to connect STEM with arts and find better solutions. So we're talking here about a systems thinking. That's, in strategy, we talk about systems a lot, which is, I don't consider only a direct relationship with one subject, but I consider a whole system of subjects that interact among themselves to produce an outcome that is more desirable. So in this final 10 minutes together, I would like to invite every participant for a 1 minute pitch. And this will be based on the following. If you consider all the conversations that we've been hearing at COP and beyond about the climate impacts on food, on water, on energy. If you could bring together students from different subjects in your school or in your environment to solve one local problem that involves this complex nexus of food, energy, and water, for instance, what team would you build up? And why would you put those disciplines together? I can give you a couple of seconds to think, and when the first person is available, please raise your hand. You don't need to be perfect, but it's just a reflection about the complexity of the world that we live in. Who would like to start? What multidisciplinary team would you like to put together to solve a complex challenge of the climate reality that we're living today? Yes, Veronica.
Yeah, so thank you. Well, I do think, I do believe that changes don't come someday. They start with us, and those who don't afraid to be part of something bigger. And the thing I would really love to make more popular and more affordable to everyone and accessible, it is about uh, about knowledge about yourself, to make people understand that you actually matters, and such subjects like cross-disciplinary subjects can help us to create real world solutions. For example, cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of the death worldwide, but it strikes really silently when person don't even know what can hit in that moment. But for example, if we talking to the chat GPT, we're wasting a lot of energy. We're wasting a lot of time to understand and identify our problem. But what if I tell you that there can be a much simple and much accessible solution, for example, as a project as a healthy heart AI, which can be which can actually save a lot of energy and amounts of time for each person, that helps analyze a risk of cardiovascular disease before that became life-threatening. And this wouldn't be possible without cross-disciplinary, because the moment you realize that for better understanding of the people, you need to know not only STEM subjects, but at the same time art. For example, you need to show person that how many people are actually like influenced by this problem. For example, this simplicity makes it more accessible and more
Yep.
understandable for people. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for pitching in as the first person. It's always difficult to break the ice. We appreciate that, and it's a great way to illustrate how arts and science can work together to achieve a better outcome. Thank you, Veronica. I'd like to invite now Raghunathan for your pitch.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, in my opinion, STEM subjects or any stream for that matter, you can't just pursue science and aim to tackle a problem independently. In my opinion, it should be a perfect blend of all the different subjects. You should have somebody from STEM background who can handle the data, the technical side aspect of things to help you combat different problems. Now, I'll take a simple problem that my region is facing. It is of water scarcity. That alone can't be handled by either a person who is pursuing arts or business or STEM subjects individually. Or if the resources are combined together, if they help to each other, they can form a more effective solution. And last year only, I had been a part of that team. My friend who was in computer science and was pursuing engineering, I had teamed up with him, and we had came up with a method of photocatalysis to help villages nearby to get more water out of the dirty water that they have in their rivers and from rainwater harvesting. So, and to explain it to them, we need a good another person from arts who can actually express what you're trying. So that is what my
Yeah.
belief is, that if you combine your skills, that is the best solution to any problems you will have. You can't tackle
Thank
anything
you.
independently. Together, you will always be better, in my opinion. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Raghunandan. That's a good way to put it. We have 3 minutes left, so I'd like to ask our three final panelists to provide your responses in a very objective manner, so we can just understand your approach to multidisciplinary collaboration. Ariane, over to you.
Yes, I'll try to keep it as short as possible. So, I'll give you the example of the capital of our country, Delhi, which is facing the problem of air pollution right now, which has escalated over the years a lot. So, I believe I'd like to put together a team which has members of the STEM origin as well as someone from arts. So, maybe I'll have someone who is a leader, who is the CEO of some company, who is a computer scientist, perhaps, or a mechanical engineer. And I'd also like to have a person who is an author or a poet or a dancer or, let's say, a sports person. And why I think this will be a better team than individual teams of just each of those two subjects is because we'll be able to better collaborate when we have the two problems together. Because as our generation is growing, AI is growing with us. But as much as we are dependent on AI for most of our daily activities, uh, we can't just tell AI to generate emotions or know what people will feel. That is going to come through what humans are actually going through or what they have evolved through over the years. So, the advantage of having someone from an arts background is that they'll better understand the problems of people, the social barriers they're facing, and what problems there are in the social life of the people. And that, when collaborated with people of technical expertise, I believe that will lead up to an excellent solution for many problems like air pollution in India. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Ariane. It's a great way to bring the AI and human relationship that we are dealing with today. Appreciate that. Let me go to Aratrika to hear your comments. I would remind you, please, to keep your statements under a minute, please, because we are under time constraints.
I'll try to keep this as short as possible as well. That's right. I've realized that bringing together young people from different backgrounds isn't just helpful, it's powerful. When our cultures, stories, and lived experiences don't just fit into the climate conversation, but actually shape the solutions, we show up with a level of purpose that's hard to create any other way. As a student, I focus on creating spaces where those voices mix, where someone who's grown up with drought can team up with someone facing city pollution, and together imagine solutions neither would have thought of alone. So basically, by blending STEM with arts, I've seen how science sparks ideas, but creativity helps us imagine what's possible. One initiative I'm committed to is a youth climate collab. It's a traveling hands-on studio where local youth engineers and artists work together to design climate solutions for their own community, whether that's heat resilient shelters, public art climate campaigns, or small carbon capture microforests. My goal as the nation, as the youth of the nation, and globally as well, is simple. It's to help young people, everyone, realize that our differences combined with creativity and science, aka arts and STEM, or I should say STEAM, can drive the climate solutions for the world has been waiting for. That's it, ma'am.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ratrika. Appreciate hearing what you have to say. Last but not least, please, Marie, would like to hear your perspective.
Yeah, thank you. So first of all, I would like to mention when you're working with different people from different STEM background, you should understand that every one of them has their own view, their own viewpoint, and you should know how to combine their ideas. So that's why I believe that a person from art background, mostly a science specialist, social science specialist, will help them to understand how to collaborate and how to use their ideas together. In this field, I believe that AI will help a lot because people are like tend to make everything way more complicated than it really is, and they're trying to find harder solutions when AI may help it to make it easier. I would just like to mention that first of all, it should be human based and humanized, and we should not let AI lead us to a better future, but we should create it with the help of AI.
Thank you very much, Marie. I would like to thank you all, actually. There seems to be strong clarity among this group, and I think among the generation that you represent, that it's not only about AI, it's not only about science, it's very much about the intersection between science and the other elements that make human life and societies possible. I appreciated hearing each of your comments, would like to hear a lot more, but given that we are under time constraints, my invitation to you is to continue this conversation as much as you can, because that's the way we build reality. And I think you have all phrased this in a very interesting way, but the idea of imagining as a way to build the future that we want, I think that's the difference that this generation that you represent is bringing to the world, and it's a pleasure to be able to interact with you as you work towards that future. So wishing you all the best of luck, and thanking you, Sangeet and the Paris Collab, for the amazing work and for the invitation to be here. Sangeet, over to you.
Thank you so much, Talita Kovra, the global specialist in energy transitions and sustainability. Science is prose, arts is poetry. And we need both the prose as well as poetry in this world. And I thank you so much, Talita, for bringing out the nuances of the collaboration, of the inclusiveness between STEM and the arts in building this better world. And I thank you especially the brilliant innovators, the brilliant, absolutely exceptional innovators, Veronica and Marie from the Paris Collaborative, for sharing your innovations, your dreams. And of course, the IFSPD fellows, Raghunandan, Aratrika, and Aryan.